Zamkniesz drzwi, proszę? Dzięki.
We are live.
Halo? Okay, so it's exactly 4 p.m. I would like to welcome everyone to our MAA. We're once again really sorry for the inconvenience previously. And we had connection issues because Maciej was attending ETH Warsaw, and due to the fact that Maciej was a few hundred kilometers away, something didn't work out with the audio connection, so we could see Maciej, but actually we couldn't hear him. So we're really glad that you're all here, and once again, really sorry for the inconvenience on Friday. We're promising that we will distribute all the rewards, and actually we have decided that we're gonna double them, just to show you how sorry we are. Okay?
Cool.
So, and also we decided to choose questions randomly right now. So we will choose them with Maciej as we speak. So we're gonna pick 6 questions. And I think we just found the question number 1. So I'm just gonna read it out loudly. It's from Buya. Partnership is crucial for any project, and the sky is the limit. So can you tell us something about your current partnerships and how do you plan to make it better? And now I'll give the voice to Maciej.
All right, thanks, Filippos. Yes, I agree. Partnership is crucial. If we are, for instance, raising a new investment round, or we are looking to enter major partners such as Binance, they always look at who is your current partner. So it's impossible for any project to just start from, top of the top and go down. It's usually we have to start from the smaller partners and then move up as we go. So our current partnerships actually not that small. We have been working quite tirelessly. It's part of my job to ensure that we have partners coming, and some of them are included like a listing. Last week when we were giving MA, I cannot mention which listing we are going to be listed on. However, what I can say now is that, well, I still cannot mention. However, partners alike, we're looking for a few things. We're looking for exchanges. So they are basically closed. We already have agreement with, I think, with the top 5 of the top 20 global exchanges in the world, with the focus on Europe, US, Latin America, Southeast Asia, and Korea. So there are currently our markets that we are focused on. So if you are knowledgeable about blockchain, you can kind of guess which exchanges we are talking to. At the same time, we are also talking with different chains. So we will be on the Ethereum chain, that's for sure. Layer 2 solution, we are most likely going to be on the Polygon. So in terms of the partnership with them, we are on the pretty much contracts. So we're also doing very, very good with the Polygon. And this is going to be strategic partnership to cross-promote both their chain and our user base. As well as we are looking for different type of the partnerships that are not like what you're going to see with other projects, is because what we are bringing is actually we are bringing expertise from mobile games development to blockchain. So we already have millions of players playing our game. We are releasing AAA game next year. So there are upcoming partnership on that. And that means that we'll be looking for partnership with the brands. Some of the brands examples, you know, and I'm not quoting them. I'm just giving examples of type of the brands that we would like to work with. Is, for instance, Nike, McDonald's, FIFA for the World Cup. This type of partnerships is going to be the next on our line. So in one sense, we are working with exchanges, with chains, with the launchpads. On the second one will be the brands and different gaming projects, IPs, to connect that to our metaverse. So lastly, because I know I'm answering for this question quite long, current partnerships, well, we are going to be announcing on a weekly basis now. So stay tuned to our Discord and you will see the scope of the project. If you understand that, I think you believe that our project will be one of the top in the industry. I strongly believe we will be probably in the top 2 or 3 projects on Polygon. So this is something to really look forward to. Thank you.
Thank you, Maciej. It was quite a long answer, and I hope it fulfilled the needs of the person who was asking. And in this time, I already picked the second question, so I'm gonna read it out loud. It's from Gluchova CKO. So, what are the benefits of holding Reality Metaverse NFTs? Do they have some incentives or integrated functions attached to them? So now I will leave the voice to Maciej.
All right, cool. It's also a long question. So I tried not to speak too much, but this question is really important because it talks about our ecosystem in general. So the NFTs, there are 2 things that we are basing our project on. The first thing is the sustainability, and the second part is utility. You know, if you're looking back last year or 2 years, you see all the GameFi project, they almost all collapsed. The reason why, because either the NFT were pretty useless, you know, they were like just NFTs that could be used inside the game, or they were not sustainable. That means that, you know, once the projects give away all the tokens in the treasury, there was nothing else, no other reason to play. For us, it's different. For us, is first we have the utility. So for every NFT that we are minting in our project, it will come with different utilities in a sense of, for instance, you have a different 3D models of the specific buildings. Our top building is, of course, Eiffel Tower, so I will talk about this in example. By having the Eiffel Tower 3D building, you basically renting this building to our Web2 games. That will give you ability to earn royalties based on the income that our mobile games generating. So basically, we are sharing profits with you from the Web2 users. That's the first utility. The second utility will depend on the owners of the NFT. So we have access to DAO, where you'll be able to make a decision what we do with this, how we're going to upgrade it. So let's say that we are now talking with different metaverses. For instance, one of the metaverses that we are speaking to is Sandbox, and it will give us ability to put our NFT in the Sandbox marketplace. So our job will be to create a different version of our NFTs to be compatible with different metaverse. In the Sandbox, it will be more like a Blocky style. But you as an owner of the original NFT will be able to earn royalties from the Sandbox, where Sandbox taking marketplace fees. You as an owner of the NFT who invested to build those objects get the royalties, and we take a rest to create additional 3D models. So those will be available for different metaverses, for our own games, for our upcoming AAA game, and also for in the future AAA games and movies, if the community choose to go this direction. So that's the utility. As for why you should hold, it's basically on, you know, we're not going to mint more NFTs based on what we meant at the beginning. So if we decide that, let's say, Eiffel Tower has 100 fractions, it will always stay 100 fraction. There will be no more additional Eiffel Tower minted. However, over time, more and more projects are going to be using this model, so there's more and more utilities. So you're getting more and more source of royalties coming in. So the value, due to rarity, number one, and due to increased utilities of the project. So that's why it's one of the reasons you should be holding our NFTs. Thank you.
Thank you, Maciej. Yeah, another long one, but very well answered. Yeah, Maciej is an expert and our core team member. So
Yeah.
now let's jump to the other question, which I have picked in the meantime. So I think we're gonna go with this one. It's from, it's a Twitter question from Azizbad. Thank you for asking. And the question is, currently a lot of people are looking at NFT, Metaverse and games. What do you think your offering has that will make it stand out? And now I'll leave the voice to Maciej. Thank you.
All right, so let's imagine that's a follow-up question to the previous question. Why do we have NFTs? What's the point with it? So, you know, in a sense, we have a collection of 2,000 NFTs, right? And you are getting those objects and you're starting to earning different royalties from different sources. But this is the stage one, right? This is the stage one when we are actually only developing the specific building. But now we are developing a team of experts who will actually go to the cities and do the full 3D scan of entire cities. So for example, with Eiffel Tower, yes, you have the ultra realistic Eiffel Tower on our map, but imagine every single building surrounding you will also have a 3D mouse, right? And you'll be able to, as a user, to live in that metaverse, you know? And then as a developer, you'll be able to create different experiences based on the reality, based on the real world. So imagine you are a company, let's say you are company ABC, and you want to have an office, a real location office in the metaverse with the window on the Eiffel Tower. Now you'll be able to do it. You will always know who is your neighbor on the left, who is your neighbor on the right. You know, you'll be able to actually have experiences, and you'll be able to gamify those experiences. So if, for instance, another COVID lockdown come in and we are not able to leave our house, we'll be still able to function as a community in the fixed space. The difference between our metaverse and other metaverses is that other metaverses are connected in the server. So you're just in the imaginary box, you know, every time you log in, you just see the landscape that always changes, you know, you don't have a place of belonging. We are offering this place of belonging. So that's the second stage. The third stage is when you actually, we're working with the brands. Imagine now you zoom into our map, you zoom in all the way, and you see, for example, McDonald's. And then you enter the McDonald's, interior design, build, and then you see, for example, ordering, and you can pick your value meal or whatever. And that meal is delivered to your home. That's the, I think that's a dream of metaverse. That's a dream of people like thinking long term, and that's when we are coming, like for example, reality 2026, 27. This is where we are going in this direction. So yes, we have a very long term plans, and this is something we are trying to achieve. So I think if you are looking for gamify experience with the metaverse in the fantasy world or Mars or anything, it's perfectly fine to be there. But if you really want to experience your real life, you know, see your own school, your own house, you know, your own office, base everything on reality, well, this is where we, I think, will be the strongest in.
Thank you, Maciej. Yeah,
cool.
It was really interesting to hear it and like to do it with you. So I'm really glad you answered this question. And I just found the next one, which is quite different than the previous one. It's asking us for what already we have done. So it's a question from Harley Quinn, and thank you for this. And the question is, which is the most productive milestone Reality Metaverse has achieved so far? And I leave the voice to Maciej.
Well, I feel the proudest moment, I think it's our team. We have been, busy all the time. I think for the team size that we have and for the things that we achieve, it's pretty amazing. I remember one time, last time that we were in the NFT NYC. So we are putting our booth together. We have been working quite late, and we sponsored the event. It was like a VIP event for our biggest partner, and that event finished around midnight, 1 in the morning. And after that, we went back to put together the booth because our flight was in the morning. So we stay up all night, whole team stay up all night, getting stuff ready, getting stuff shipped out. We almost missed the plane, but we managed. And I see this kind of passion happening every single week. Like we planning something amazing for our community that it's starting to show up next week. And this is also going to take away hundreds of hours of our work. It's the sacrifice that I see the people in the project really believe it. And we can talk about numbers. We can talk about we reach 100K on the community, or we reach partnership with ABC project. But I think the real milestone is to be able to work with a team that's truly passionate about what we are doing. And I think that's what I feel is the biggest achievement we managed to have.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, another great answer for another great question. And yeah, it's hard to pick because there is so many of them. So I'm constantly scrolling around your Twitter posts and Twitter replies. And don't be mad at me because I cannot pick all of them. There is like already over 1,150 of them. So
wow.
Now we're gonna jump to the other one. It's a question from Jakia. Thank you for it. And it stands out as gaming and NFT are exponential growth, as we can see lots of global companies jumping on the market. But among tons of game projects, what are your superior features that make you stand out from others? And I'll leave the voice to Maciej.
All right, so I could talk tons about the features. If we are talking just features itself, the games, a lot of games have a lot of features, and if you're going to download the game on Steam, game on App Store, Google Play, it all starts with the features. But at the end of the day, most of the games are kind of similar, kind of the same. So what's more important? It's I think a few things. First is the experience of the team that building the game, and the second one is the community feedback. I don't know about most of you, but when I read reviews, I usually decide to buy something by reading reviews from people that already bought the game, instead of going and reading what the developer tell me to read. So in a sense, I don't like talk about features too much, but what I like to say is that our achievement. So in the geolocation gaming, we have been developing our game for over 8 years. We developed a big data company to ensure we have the best maps available globally. We could pinpoint your exact location and tell you, for example, in the past 1 year, there were 5 people arrested on your street for selling drugs. We could do this anywhere in the world by having the big data that we built. And the big data is designed for fact that we want to make a gaming experience. That what's the land value of these properties? Is this a residential area, or this commercial area, or are those factories, or those schools? So we are over 8 years developing different mechanisms to make the game successful. And we managed to do that and became #1 geolocation property trading game on Google Play and iOS. There are a lot of games that trying to copy us, and some of them even released already on blockchain now. However, the key point here is, we developing games for fun. We don't really care about play to earn or play to collect. Always has to be play for fun first, because if it's not fun, there's no value. in gaming. So this is our concept for development, and I think with our experience, this is the biggest feature we can offer. That we ensure that once you start playing Land or Go or on the other games, you will experience the fun, and you also have a ability to believe that this is project worth investing in. I'm good.
You're good? All
Yeah.
right, thank you, Maciej. In the meantime, I was looking once again for a question from Twitter, and I've picked one. It's from Efticia Sirimi, and the question is, security is a major concern when it comes to project sustainability. How can investors ensure that they're on the right track in the long run? And I'll leave the voice to Maciej.
This is a good question. It can be, first I'll answer technically, security-wise. Basically, remember when I talked about the partnerships and when we mentioned that we are trying to focus on the top partners. So for the security-wise, we are doing audit right now. It will be completed in a couple of days. It will be with the Certic. It's the top auditing platform in the world for blockchain projects. So they will highlight if the project is successful or not, if the project is secure, are there any ways to hack it or cheat it. So we're going to be done with this. As terms of the tokenomics, so actually we are bringing mathematicians, physicians, economists to look at the tokenomics not only from the point of blockchain, but also how the real world operate. And it's actually interesting because tokenomics, when you are developing a game that has nothing to do with the blockchain, it's a Web2 game. To success in the game, especially mid-core and hardcore games, your game economy is critical for success of the game. If you screw up, the entire game dies. It's like, think about like you're playing a PvP game, MOBA for example, and imagine the tokenomics become a balance between different classes. If one class is overpowered, well, it will destroy the game because everybody will play that class, and then the economy dies with it. So for the tokenomics, it's very similar that we bring in our experience of ensuring that there are ecosystem based, so it's sustainable. And for us, it is. For us, the key here is that any profit that that users generate are coming from web to audience. Yep, that's it.
Okay, thank you. So we just went by 6 questions from Twitter. And now we're gonna jump to our live chat. So
Cool.
we're gonna pick it along with Maciej. So let's look into the chat. Let's go to the beginning. It's like, hi guys, yeah. And then.
All right, so maybe we can pick with Tofumi. And let's talk about maybe the marketing team,
Okay.
the community.
Okay, so it's a question from Tofumi Awe, and the question is, does it have an efficient marketing team due to the amount of members of the community, and how do you plan on raising funds for the project? So I'll leave the question to Maciej.
All right, so I just want to talk about the community because I already mentioned a bit about the partners and the funding. So currently we have people in our community that speak multiple languages. Polish, Turkish, Russian, Ukrainian, Chinese. I can personally speak Chinese as well. We have a multinational team, and currently we are adding, actually looking for more people to join our community as members in different languages like Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Spanish, French, Italian. So if any of you is interested, of course, joining our team, we feel free to reach us out. But yes, our team, community team is still quite small. But the only reason why is because the project haven't launched yet. The project is not. It's going to launch in a couple months. Then we will make a lot of noise. You did ask about the funding, how we raised it. I'm not going to answer that because I answered earlier, but what I'm going to say is, in the funding is that, every project need to have a run rate. Is how long you can survive till you have to launch it, or you go bust. So for us, major marketing is prepared about 1 month before the launch. So what we do right now here is still on the smaller scale. If you are already following us right now, you are very lucky because you'll be one of the very few. But eventually the team will be at least 15 to 20 people just for community-wise, because we have so many different languages, so many different channels, YouTube, Twitter, Telegram, Discord, so on and so forth, that it needs manpower and 24 hours a day. We cannot have people just staying here in our office in Krakow or London, because then we sleep when, for example, people in Asia or people in US need help. So eventually you'll be multi-national, multicultural. So I hope that answer.
Yeah.
Community question.
100%.
Yeah. Cool. Maybe you want to add something, because Filippos is our head of community, so he is more well versed about that.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, let's start from the fact that we're looking for new employees for our community and marketing team. And Maciej already partially mentioned it. We have decided to hire someone who fluently speaks Spanish, because it's an important market and actually nobody from us speaks it fluently. And we also would like to have somebody from Asian countries. So then it also brings like multinational team can have more value, because everybody is from somewhere else, and then he brings additional value, which without him we wouldn't have it. So this is like a really important for us. And also we have decided to enlarge our team, so actually we can focus on more stuff at the same time. So we can focus on you as our community, which is the most important thing for us. So then if we have tickets, we can answer them faster. Because right now with our current size of the team, which is like 5 people, sometimes you have to wait a bit long for our answers, and we're well aware of that. So that's why we decided to enlarge our team. And also, as Maciej mentioned, it's really important for us that we're available 24/7. So it doesn't really matter if you live in the United States, or you live in Taiwan, or you live in China, you live in Europe, you can always reach out to us and all of your questions will be answered. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And about the marketing campaign, we're planning to work with top influencers. We're gonna talk about it a bit later. So we have a huge plan and we're happy to share it with you just in the right time. So for now, it's like, it's already pre-prepared, and with the stages of the project, we're gonna be sharing it with you. So thank you. And now let's go back to find another question.
All right, maybe you can pick now.
Okay.
Okay. This one? Okay.
Yeah,
do it.
so it's a question from Wojciech Szopek. Thank you, Wojciech, for adding the value to our stream. And the question is, what is your token advantage that can convince me to change from my favorite token? And I leave the voice to Maciej.
That depends on what your favorite token is, right? Because and what's your risk ratio. So to be honest, every person will have a different answer for this. Like you go to the bank and they ask you always to fill up your risk ability. However, for our token, instead of telling you, oh, this is going to go 5x, 10x, 50x, 100x, I'm not going to do that because this is pure speculation. What I'm going to say is what we are going to do to make the token valuable. So the token will be minted in a fixed amount, and all of those tokens, part of them, of course, going to the marketing, part of them, major part of them going to the NFT production. The tokens that we are releasing for sales will be used as a few things. First, you will be able to mint for the first time those NFTs that we are creating. Second, you will be receiving the royalties from that. So every time we getting paid in Google Play, iOS, or different brands, we need to send our US dollars to exchange them to the token and send to you. So in essence, going to be doing the media market maker, that whenever we are having less tokens that we have now, we need to buy back the dips. So we will ensure that the token will never lose too much value. It's very important for us. At the same time, buybacks are also critical, especially when the market is bearish. We need to ensure that people are not worried that the project is going to die. No, we guarantee that the largest treasury of anybody who is going to own the tokens is going to be us.
Yeah, I can also add to the point of Maciej, which he just discussed, that we just have prepared a special deflationary system which will allow us to keep our token in a stable price even if the market is bearish for a long time. And as well, I would like to also mention that for the royalties and generally transferring the passive income, we just gonna use a liquidity pool, and we have picked quite a lot, like a high percentage number of all of the tokens for the liquidity pool to ensure that all the payments will be made fluently. So there will be no delays, no waiting for them. They will be just automatically going to the NFT owners' accounts. Or if we do buy them back, they're going by the liquidity pool, so everything is insured and it's going fast.
And two more things for the tokens. So the NFTs will be upgradable. So if the community decide to upgrade, for example, Eiffel Tower to specific Metaverse, that will be used to pay for the production costs, or different games. And the last part, I think it's critical, we'll be using, when the tokens become valuable, we'll be using part of the tokens to fund different projects. So it will be more like funds used for other companies that want to create projects on reality metaverse. So in a sense, we do start as an NFT collection, but at the end of the day, we need to gamify it. So don't be shocked when eventually you see hundreds of games on our platform using our NFTs. So that will be the last reason to use our token.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. I feel like we have answered this question, and let's go to find another one. So
my turn, right?
Yeah, you can pick now.
All right. Let me see.
You sure? You want to pick? Maybe I'll pick.
Yeah, if you have any.
I can see quite interesting one because it's also touching our reality games product, which is LGO. So I think we can actually pick this one.
Okay.
It's from Ilya Nieli. Okay, I'm not fluent with Cyrillic. I know it, but I'm not fluent. So let's jump now to regular letters. They're easy. So NFT owners receive passive income from in-app purchases in LGO. What is the benefit for players to make purchases, and what will it turn away your audience of players due to attempt to monetize them?
I love this question because it focuses on how we connect in Web 2 and Web 3 and how the two universes connect. So in a sense, our Web 2 game, Land or Go, in this example, it's not going to be changed. The people who play the game play as it is. We're not going to do anything drastic to them. Why they buying those NFTs is because they do it for fun. This is how the user experience in the mobile industry is. I'll give a very good example, I feel, in the games. Like if you play Fortnite, why do you buy skin? It makes you happy, right? It makes you feel like, wow, I have a premium skin, I can show off, people will respect me for that, maybe, but it makes me feel good, it makes me feel happy. That's the attitude in the Web 2 environment. So if somebody living in France and they're owning a digital version of Eiffel Tower, which is not NFT, but inside the game, they do that because it makes them feel happy. It's a part of the game experience. If you don't understand, you can download the Land or Go and you will understand how this works, and you will feel like it brings you satisfaction of owning the top of the top buildings in your city. So that's that. And NFT owners, well, the normal user maybe will eventually find out that there's NFTs available. It will not bother them. But if they decide to buy the NFTs as well as the in-app purchases, for them it might be feel like, okay, I'm still playing the game for fun, doesn't affect me, but I'm also investing inside the game, and I will be able to earn from now on till end of times, the royalties generated from the game.
I think it's important actually to mention that it's not like we're hard monetizing the users from Landlord Go, so the Reality Games project, because even if the users will be aware of it, they can just buy the NFT and then buy it in game and actually get 30% back. So I think it's a kind of win-win.
Yeah, that's right. And remember that what we are trying to do is we are trying to make at the end of the day metaverse. Like it might be a couple years from now, but it will be. And Landlord Go is not going to be the only project that works with us. We're planning to make amazing gaming experiences with multitude of different projects. Some of them not created by us, but all of them are going to be using that foundation. The foundation is our universe. And developers are going to just simply use our tools to create game experience for the players to interact. And if you're a player who just play for fun, never want to spend any money, that's 100% fine. And that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we have to pick another one.
Okay.
We've been here. We have found a really like a funny question, and now I think we're thinking in our minds if we should read it out or not. What do you think, Maciej?
We can make it as a bonus.
Okay, so it's gonna be a bonus question.
Yep.
So the question is from Doug Dachson, and I can guess about your nickname that you really like dogs. I personally also love dogs. So yeah, that's I think that's one of the reasons I picked this question. Can I be a dog on your metaverse?
Yeah, so can you be a dog in the metaverse? I don't know, to be honest. In essence, it's about the supply and demand in the development. There is always going to be more demand than supply. What I mean by demand? Demand is something we imagine. It's something that we want to do, but we are not able to do because of the limitation of the specific game, because it's not coded that way. If I want to pick up my phone, put on my head, and dance and sing a song, I cannot do it in any game because no developer designed that way. If the developer designed that I can have an avatar of a dog, well, then it's possible. It's possible that I could be a dog in specific metaverse. So for us, in a sense, we can allow projects to come to our ecosystem and, for example, create different avatars, and that's 100% fine. Actually, we even one of the partners that we are talking to is Player Ready Me, which is one of the, I think, largest avatar company in blockchain. They don't have a dogs yet. Maybe in the future they will, but nothing stops developers to let you be a dog. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we picked it because it was really funny.
Yeah.
And I found it like it doesn't always have to be like technical questions and technical answers. So it's MAA. You can ask us anything.
Yep.
So and yeah, I love dogs, and I think Maciej also loves dogs. So that's how we picked it.
Used to have 2 Labradors.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So back when I was in Taiwan, I used to raise 2 Labradors. Dogs are the best.
Yeah, they're true family friends.
Yep.
Okay, so
one more question. So that was a bonus question. One more question. You want to pick?
Oh yeah, I see a lot of new questions. So let's wait 10 more seconds. Maybe there's gonna be one more.
Maybe we can talk about onboarding. What do you think?
All right, let's do it.
All right.
So it's a question from Cloud Paprika. Thank you for that. Thank you for this question. And it sounds like, will the platform be beginner friendly for the people like me, people with no experience on blockchain? And now I leave the voice to Maciej.
So it's a good question. We have to understand what it means by having no experience in blockchain. Do you have a wallet? You don't have a wallet? Have you ever done KYC? You don't know what KYC means? So this is actually a broad question, but I really imagine that my user knows absolutely nothing about blockchain. Don't know what's wallet, don't want to be bothered. All I know is how to key in my credit card or PayPal and go on the website and make a purchase. So in this sense, we are communicating with a lot of different payment companies to make it as simple as possible. You go to our website and, for example, you're playing our game as a Web2 user and say, oh, I found out that I'm playing your game and I find out I can buy actually NFT. I don't know what NFT is, but it sounds really cool. How to do it? Well, and our website will have a section saying, okay, you put your credit card, your name, last name, press enter, and when you do this, it will, in the back end, create automatically a custodian wallet for you to hold that NFT or the tokens. And the NFT will be visible in your backend, that means in your dashboard. And the moment that happens, this is when we give you education. This is when we teach you, okay, what should I do next if I own that NFT? And then we show you the videos. Maybe we even record here. Oh, if you own the NFT and you want to sell it, well, you have to go to this website or that website, or you have to go to this exchange. And we teach you how to set up a real wallet, how to set up a real exchange, how to do KYC, stuff like this. But education will be after. I think onboarding users should be as painless as possible. So if you know how to use your credit card or your PayPal or whatever to be able to buy it, you should be able to buy it. Unless your bank block you, then you have to call your bank and say, hey, what's going on? That's my money. I want to make a purchase. And that will be fine. And after that, we will try to do education. If we try to onboard the user with, hey, before you can enter and you have to fill up KYC and you have to go to Binance, set up account and do another KYC with them and then open MetaMask and then transfer the tokens, and after that exchange tokens to RTLTM tokens and then buy those tokens on our platform, nobody's gonna do it. And we know that. So I hope that answers the question.
Yes.
As easy as possible.
So I was just writing a message to all of you in our chat that sadly we just did all of the questions. Mm-hmm. We're really glad that you've been here with us today, and once again I will be saying sorry for the last time for Friday, and yeah, we did the lesson, so now we know. We
will try to improve it. This is something that it's new to us, having to be able to jump on a Zoom and connect. So I noticed that today much less users than we will have on Friday. It happens. But for those that attended today, like Filippos said, we will double the reward, and everybody will be able to get a Galaxy badge from us, which will be available, I think, this week, right?
Yeah, they're unofficially already ready. I finished them in the morning.
Cool.
So yeah, the badges are in draft. They already connected via the Matic, so they're gonna be on Matic. So there are gonna be less gas fees for the community. So and they're also gonna be really easy mintable. So they're already ready, and I think we're just gonna do a few announcements about them for the next 2 to 3 days to let you know how they actually work, what are the rules, because we would like to make it really clear and transparent how everything works, and then there is no misunderstanding. So I would like to invite you actually to our Discord and say thank you for joining us today on our MAA, and see you on the next one soon. We can unofficially say, can we? Yeah, we can unofficially say that the next one will be with our partners, with Coliseum. So please stay tuned. We're gonna mention more about it tomorrow, once it will be fully official. Mm-hmm. And please remember to join our Discord. And we will be saving all of the MAAs on our YouTube channel for the educational purposes, so feel free to come back and watch it once again anytime you want. Thank you.
Thank you, and have a nice one. Take care.
Ya. You have a limit.